Hello, everyone. My name is Donna Peterson, and today I wanted to put together just a simple how-to video on how you can get started with ChatGPT. Because it saddens me when I hear people say, I don't want to learn another technology. There's no way I'm going to figure it out. I don't know how to get started. And I'm here to tell you it's easier than you think. All you have to do is talk to it. And that's what I wanted to show you today. Let me share my screen. And I'm going to bring you right over here. And now you see Chat GPT is right up on the screen. If you've never gone on before, you see the URL here, chatgpt.com. Log in there. You can get yourself a free account to show you around. You have your new chats. You can search for previous chats. Maybe you remember a specific word, or you can look in a library. And then you have all your chats here, everything that you have done a chat about. You can go back and you can look at it, and maybe you want to build off of it, but you can find those chats there. Then here in the center of the screen, there's giving a quick little greeting, what's on your mind today. And then this space is where you put a prompt. This might be where, okay, Donna, what are you talking about? Prompt. Let's not call it a prompt. Let's just call it a question or a task you would like it to do. To start out very simply, how about we ask it, and you'll probably see in my chat, I've done this before. Can I have a in bread recipe? Now, this is where you're probably saying, well, Donna, that's great, but I could do that on Google. Why do I have to create this account on ChatGPT when I can get it the way I have it? And so then it gives us back a recipe. But what if I go in here and I say, I would like to have chocolate chips, cranberries, and walnuts included. You see what I'm doing? I'm taking what was normally just your kind of cookie cutter up on there, cookie cutter of a pumpkin bread recipe, but now I'm changing it around so it's exactly what I want. I like my pumpkin bread to have that cranberry in there, those crunchies of the nuts and the sweetness of the chocolate. But we can go on to say, I would to be gluten free, gluten free and no eggs. Now I can do it by dietary restrictions. I can do it by taste, what I would like. So now here is a gluten-free pumpkin bread recipe, no eggs. When you're dealing with ChatGPT and any of the large language models were trained to be very positive, and you have to sometimes tell it, be brutally honest. And I will. I'll say, be will this taste good, or should I do something else? This is where I'm talking about. This is a conversation, as if you and your friend are sitting down saying, oh, I was just at the coffee shop. I had the best pumpkin bread when I was there. I wish I could make that at home. And you guys are talking back and forth, but say, oh, the one I had was gluten free. Do you know a gluten free recipe? I like to add cranberries. And now, because I said be brutally honest, it comes back and says the honest breakdown is flavor, texture, moisture, and it goes through everything there. But we're talking back and forth how to get this to be the recipe that I want for either my dietary or for taste. You always ask it to be brutally honest. And I said, do you have any questions for me to make this recipe? Again, that's a great way to have it start to think about what you want to do. And I love this, where do you prefer your pumpkin bread to be sweet and dessert like, or wholesome and light, less sweet? And now it's talking about the almond flour versus any nut flours, and dairy free versus the milk, coconut oil versus olive oil. Maybe you're out of something. And I am personally, I'm out of coconut oil. And I might say, give me the recipe for olive oil. This is just one example. Now, you could use this for a plethora of different tasks. It can go from creating a recipe to creating your vacation plans to working on a proposal for work or working on emails. Go back out here. I'm going to go to new chat. I'm going to click on a new chat, and this is where we start all over again. A lot of times I've got a lot of ideas going on in this head of mine, and to get it down in a nice articulate fashion that flows, sometimes I don't have the time to slow down to do that. I had asked Chat, and I'm going to show you here, I had asked Chat to create a nice kind of messy email for me. So it did here. What I can do is I can copy this email, edit, copy. I bring back up Chat GPT and I say, can you review this email to make it professional, easy to read, and grounded? Give actionable steps. I think everything I do right now is about our mission here is to inspire success. So I always want to have those actionable tips that people might get a message from us. They don't need to call me to start to see a change in their business. They have something they can start to implement right away. I wrote that in there. I pasted in the email I already had, and now it's going to come back. And it's saying, here's your first name. First, it broke the text up into smaller segments, which is great. It's easier to digest. And it's giving, I hope you're doing well. I wanted to reach out because I think there may be ways we can help you. This is very interesting. I like would go into detail and say, the individual is Greg Pesci, and he is the CMO of a pharmaceutical manufacturing company. This way, now it takes that email, it has all my thoughts, but it's going to start to put more personalized information that would be appropriate for him in the pharmaceutical space. You can even go get the LinkedIn profile of an individual, put it into chat so that chat really understands the person we're asking them to write this email for. When I talk to a lot of people, they feel that ChatGPT and any of the large language models are taking away from that human personal connection. I'm here to tell you it's not. I can write our website. I'm asking it, I give it our URL as a company. It's going, it's searching the web, and it's breaking it down. It's telling us who our target audience is at World Innovators, both segments, also what information they're interested in. And we can then say, quick, concise prospecting email to an marketing director of executive, with that, education programs. Give them actionable steps and talk about their challenges or goals, not World Innovators. I strongly believe that effective marketing and sales is when you talk more about the individual. What are their challenges? What are their goals? And give them information that they can use. Talking about World Innovators being around for 45 years, who cares? The whole thing is to give them value. And now look, it took that email, really broke it down. It shows us what their biggest challenges are, one step that's been working, and I'm giving them steps on how to use this. You can use ChatGPT and any of these large language models for a variety of different ways, but you at all levels can log on to chatgpt.com, get a free account, and start working with the prompts. Of course, if you go and you pay for the next version up, which is $20 a month, you will get more detailed responses. You could start to create projects where it's like a filing cabinet for yourself where you put all your chats into specific groups, and you can create specific GPTs that can be used for your company or your team. One other thing I should point out before we go is down here in the left-hand corner, you see it says Donna Peterson. I click on it. This is where I can start to put specific settings in here or personalizations. World Innovators, as I mentioned, our mission right now is to inspire success. I want messages to come through feeling very grounded with actionable information, so I put it in there. Very professional, but caring, be grounded, straight shooter. And I can add in all that information there and then more information about the company. That way, the responses that chat gives back is more in line with you and the type of responses you want to receive. I don't want to get back emails that said, "Hey, dude," because that doesn't sound like World Innovators. What sounds like World Innovators is when we are grounded and it supports our mission to inspire success. I hope that this video inspires you to achieve success. Get started on ChatGPT. Leave a comment below on how you used it. If you found this video helpful, what other type of content would you like to see? And then subscribe to the World Innovators YouTube channel, where I'll regularly be posting on different things you can do with AI tools to help us be more meaningful in both our personal and professional life by creating those deep relationships. Until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.